So race 11 out of 24 today. Heat 3, Junior Rotax Groups A versus C. Let's have a look at the starting order. So on this particular occasion, it's going to be Thomas Straven on pole position, and alongside will be Alberto Kiko Fracassi from Italy. Danny Shields and Marius Rose, that is row 2. Leon Zelenko and Aaron Krepsik, that is row 3. Rafael Renhofer and Daniel Sugar, row 4. Matthias Turlo and David Outleitner rounding out the top 10 rows. Max Knappen and Casper Schormans, all Dutch, row 6. Giacomo Marchioro will look to have a better run this time after a technical issue for the San Marino driver. Put him out of the first heat of the weekend, and will be partnered by Nick Trobeck. Then it's Samuel Ifrid, Chloe Chong, Gennaro Belfiore and Vic Stevens. That is the 18-strong driver lineup for Heat 3, the halfway point for Junior Rotax. And once again, it will be 7 minutes on the clock plus an additional lap. So we wait for the drivers to start getting into their respective formations ahead of 7 minutes. And it will be down to Strauven and Fracassi to control the pace on the rolling start. Again, another 18 drivers racing in this particular encounter. 7 minutes plus an additional lap. So we make our way round the final corner. And now we go into the tram lines. Are we ready? Are we steady? The revs rise. And do we go lights out? We do. Looks to be a bit of a stumble there for Marius Rose there on the outside of row 2. But Danny Shields has already got another lightning textbook start that we saw from the youngster from the UAE in Heat 1. Groups A versus B. But already being passed once again looks to be, I'm not too sure who that was. That could have been Leon Zelenko from Croatia that's managed to get up into second position. But they're all scrambling over each other. There's Casper Schormans in the middle of all that altercations going through the midfield. But yeah, that is Leon Zelenko that's got past Danny Shields for second position. Thomas Strauven, not yet won a race, but he was second to Kai Rilitz in the first heat earlier on today. As they now make their way through into the final hairpin, the right-hand hairpin, they'll bring him into the final corner after the slight left-hand kink. But you can now see that the drivers will cross the line. Strauven leads by just over 0.2 of a second. Danny Shields behind Leon Zelenko. Good start by Rafael Renhofer up to 4th from 7th. Alberto Kiko Fracassi down to 5th ahead of Marius Rose, Max Knappen, Aaron Krepsik, Matis Turlo and Casper Schormans rounding out the top 10. Good to see Giacomo Marchioro definitely fighting there, as there is Leon Zelenko. He's got past Thomas Strauve. So Strauve from Strawberry Racing has to go back up the inside, retaliates up the inside of the Croatian. There is Rafael Renhofer with Danny Shields in close proximity. And it looks like Marius Rose has got 5th place at the moment, I believe, ahead of Alberto Kiko Fracassi from Italy. And at the moment, Chloe Chong and Daniel Sugar round out the top, round out the 18 strong, as a lot of them make their way across the start-finish line. And here's a move once again. Strauven got past Zelenko, but Zelenko has retaliated and got back past to retake the lead. Renhofer there, waiting to get past Strauven, as Marius Rose and Alberto Kiko Fracassi looking to do a number on Danny Shields, but Shields very, very quick and very knowledgeable in his own right, but this is a new skill that he's had to attend here in continental Europe. So out of the pantheon of history alongside Lachlan Robinson, Danny Shields is the second Emirati, if in memory serves me correctly, to actually compete in the Euro Trophy. And what's more, they're under the same awning as well. But Leon Zelenko leads from Thomas Strauve. Rafael Renhofer from FM Racing looking to get past the Belgian. There is Danny Shields. He's kept pace with him, and that's a good sign from the young driver from the United Arab Emirates. And the fastest lap of the race goes to Matis Turlo, down in 8th, behind Aaron Krepsik from Hungary. And they're covered by just over 2.8 tenths of a second. 4 minutes and 8 plus an additional lap still to go. More positional changes, as it looks like Marius Laws has lost out. And we're getting a real bit of a ding-dong battle here, because there's the 265 of Poland's David Outlander, who's running under the Dames Racing awning this weekend. So that is a real good scrap there, and he's actually got past Matis Turlo. So Turlo on the back foot. Just behind them looks to be more than likely Max Knappen. So some good battling up and down the order. But then Leon Zelenko from Croatia still leads. So it's been a win for Belgium, a win for the Netherlands. Could Croatia put one on the board this weekend? Well, we have 3 minutes and 20 seconds to see whether that is the case, or is someone else going to steal the thunder from the Croatian, as Fracassi gets past Shields, going through the left-hander at turn 4 into 5. There's a four-way scrap here. Everyone's going for the jugular here. Kasper Schulmans leads that battle ahead of Max Knappen, and then you've got the 207 of Giacomo Machoro, who's got past Kasper Schulmans and now has in his crosshairs Max Knappen, and the Italian quickly gets past, but Max Knappen not happy at all. And there goes David Outlander around the outside of Kasper Schulmans and Max Knappen. Some inspired, brazen, opportunistic racing here this weekend. The Euro Trophy in 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news has well and truly come alive here in northern Italy. Max Knappen going side by side with Kasper Schulmans and gets past the 11-year-old. But Schulmans very, very resolute. There's a switchback move there. That is from Vic Stevens, and he's going toe-to-toe with Nick Trobeck. And Trobeck's having absolutely none of it. And there comes Belfiore in the Food Drivers, number 214, up the inside of Vic Stevens from Dams Racing, and gets the position. Oh, my goodness me. The claws are out, handbags at dawn, ladies and gentlemen, as it's nearly 3 abreast coming out of the final hairpin. And that was one hell of a move, I must admit. And that would have been from the 280 of Nick Trobeck. Oh, my goodness. I mean, it never ceases to amaze me. But look at the battle at the top end of the field. Zelenko, with 90 seconds on the clock remaining, plus an additional lap, is still hanging on ahead of Strauver. There's Reinhofer. There's Kiko Fracassi. Aaron Krepsik has now got past Danny Shields. Marius Rose rounds out the top 7. Matis Turlo in 8th. Giacomo Machoro and David Outledner round out the top 10. As we head into the last 60 seconds, looks like Shields is sizing up Krepsik and could get a run if he gets a good toe coming out of the final corner down the start-finish straight. Not on this particular occasion. However, we have this plus 2 more laps to go, I think, as Stauben's trying every which way but loose to get past Leon Zelenko. And on that particular occasion, it didn't happen. But this means that Rafael Reinhofer and Alberto Kiko Fracassi are well and truly in the mix, as Fracassi up the inside of Reinhofer manages to force the German wide, but gave him enough racing room, and Reinhofer responded accordingly. Great driving, great respect between the pair of them. But now Aaron Krepsik will be closing in on them. And on this particular occasion, could Krepsik upset the apple cart? Watch out for Danny Shields, the youngster from the UAE. There's any possibility that any one of these top 6 drivers could get the victory. Zelenko crosses the line with about 5 seconds to go. So we're on to the penultimate lap of this race, and it has been a highly charged one, I must completely admit, as now Kiko Fracassi being pressurised by Reinhofer, going through the left-hander after turn 2, then through into 3 and 4. But this is where things get crucial for these drivers. A good haul of points if you're in the top 6. Danny Shields hasn't placed outside of the top 10 in both of his heats so far, so that puts the Emirati on a very, very good platform for finals day tomorrow. However, there's still one more heat for these drivers to circumnavigate. Timer has struck 0. Zelenko will bring them onto the final lap and has started pulling away. So has Stuyven. And it looks like Renhofer has got himself up into P3. That's been confirmed. Alberto Kiko Fracassi down to 4th. Aaron Krepsik in 5th. Danny Shields, Matis Turlo, Marius Rose, Giacomo Maccioro, David Outleidner, Max Knappen, Samuel Ifrid, Kasper Schomans, Daniel Sugar, Nick Trobeck, Vic Stevens, Gennaro Belfiore and Chloe Chong. That is your running order on the final lap of this race. And at the moment, things are not over and done with quite yet, if I'm completely honest with you, because this is getting rather dicey. Krepsik sends it round the outside of Renhofer, gets past Fracassi, who's pushed wide. Shields fancies an opportunity. Oh no! Massive incident involving Renhofer. He's gone upside down in the kart on the final lap. Oh dear, and Krepsik went for it, and it was not on. But it means the main thing is I'm so happy to see Raphael Renhofer on his feet. Danny Shields takes 3rd place. Matis Turlo 4th. Kiko Fracassi takes 5th ahead of Marius Rose, Giacomo Maccioro, David Outleitner, Max Knappen, Samuel Ifrit, Aaron Krepsik finishes in 11th. I'm going to leave that one to the stewards, what's happened just there, because that was a nasty hit. I didn't really catch exactly what happened, but the first thing, I got scared when Raphael Renhofer was on his roof, effectively. So, Kasper Schumann's in 12th, Daniel Sugar, Nick Trobeck, Vic Stevens, Chloe Chong and Gennaro Belfiore round out the 17 that finished. And on the 10th and final lap, an instant DNF on the spot, having gone up and over Raphael Renhofer.